What up, YouTube? Ed, WeskerGriff, coming back with a mail day recap video. Before I get into the video and start showing off the cards, I want to talk a little bit about the background that you're looking at right now. If you watch my videos, you know I don't really have a set background. They're pretty random. Sometimes you'll see beer. Maybe sometimes you'll see Wawa chocolate milk. Most often, you'll see a film popped up there, random film, or maybe some Funko Pops or mystery minis. Hell, sometimes you'll even see a couple cards, or maybe some cards, custom cards from people in the community. But the background that I chose today, I want to talk a little bit about each. So, the first thing on the far right, as you can see there, is my 2016 National VIP Pass. I really love collecting these VIP passes. They're really nice little keepsakes, little mementos from going to the National. And in 2016, that was actually my first National, and that was in Atlantic City. This year, in 2020, the National is also in Atlantic City. And if you have the opportunity, I highly urge everyone to go to the National. It's always a ton of fun. It's a great time. And start planning now, because now that the Super Bowl is over, the National is going to creep up so quickly you wouldn't believe it. We're going to have spring training soon, and then before you know it is opening day, and then we're already in the middle of the summer, and we're all heading to National. So start planning. As Eric would say, aim for AC. The next thing there in the center is a Game of Thrones piece. It's a Comic-Con shield pin of Stannis Baratheon. And recently, there's a pretty somewhat known mega popular YouTuber out there called AltShiftX. I'm not sure if anyone in our community might watch him, but he does a lot of breakdown videos for Game of Thrones fans, and now he's focusing more on the Song of Ice and Fire books, which relates to George R.R. Martin. It's connected with the Game of Thrones. It's what the books are called. And he did an awesome video on the Pink Letter, and watching that video kind of bummed me out a lot, because when you watch that video, you just see all the potential that Dave and Dan just kind of threw to the side after they ran out of material from the books. So it's definitely an interesting video, and I'll leave the link down below. And there's a lot of people in the sports card community here on YouTube that really like Game of Thrones, so it might be a cool video for them to check out. So just figure I bring that up. And the other thing on the far left is the movie Annihilation, which I recently watched for the first time. And I know we got a lot of people here that love talk about movies and are movie buffs, but I watched Annihilation a couple nights ago, and I was under the pretense that it was like an adventure sci-fi film. It is not an adventure sci-fi film. I wouldn't even consider it a sci-fi thriller. It's straight up sci-fi horror, cosmic horror to be exact. And I would say out of the last 10 to 15 years, there are no horror movies that legitimately creeped me out. But this film, I don't know what it was, it creeped me the hell out. It was so friggin' creepy. Really wild pretense for the movie. The music in it is like out of this world, literally. And just a pretty wild film. Really gets you thinking. A couple days after watching, I'm still thinking about it. And I went online to see reviews for the film. People either love that movie or they hate it. So there's really no in between. It's like you either enjoyed it or you think it's absolute crap. So I see that more and more sometimes with certain films, but for Annihilation, I'm on the side of I really did enjoy it. So I'm curious to see if anyone else has watched that film. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And yeah, it's extremely, extremely trippy. All right, so I don't know if anyone else is still watching, but here are the cards finally. So the first card here is from 2005 Upper Deck. This is an exquisite dual patch for the Eagles PSA. This is an absolute infamous Eagle card, and I'm going to say maybe this is the only dual card that these guys might share. It is a dual patch card, numbered 5 out of 25, of Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens. These guys absolutely hate each other. It's been, what, 15 years, and they're still going at each other. I mean, there's just so much animosity between these two guys. I can't really think of two other players out there that had great success that absolutely loathe each other like these guys. So when I saw this card, I had to pick it up for the Eagles PC. I mean, they dominated for one whole year, just absolutely crushed it. McNabb and T.O. led the Eagles to the Super Bowl. Fortunately, couldn't get the job done against the Patriots. But man, when I saw both of these guys on the same card, I'm like, I have got to own that for my collection. McNabb and T.O. Next is from Topps Clearly Authentic 2019. This is one of the 1952 autographs. This is numbered out of 50. It was a real pain in the ass to try to get this card. And this card was at the Philly show, and it was like $80. Me and Mike Go kept talking about this. And for whatever reason, this guy's cards sell for a lot of money. And there was one up on eBay for $99. The guy kept relisting it every 6 days because nobody wanted to pay $99 for it. But I did find one seller that had it listed at an auction. He didn't put auto in the description, so I got it for under what a lot of the buy it nows were. But it is Andrew McCutchen, numbered out of 50, the 1952 auto. So again, chipping away at the Phillies in this set. So I think I still need Nola, I think is in here. But really want to pick up more from the 1952. Just love that acetate design. Looks really, really great. And it's a cool card. But happy to pick this up for the collection. Alright, next are two PSA slabs. The first one here is from 2011 Topps. This is one of the Cognac Diamond Anniversaries. And as soon as this card got listed, I looked at the price. I thought it was pretty fair. So I wanted to check the PSA registry. Checked the registry, found out that it was actually a Pop 1. So it's really hard to put a price on something which has that type of rarity, and there's really no data you can go on for what the card should sell for or what the market is for the card. But I wound up paying $35 for it. I think it's a pretty decent price. Regardless, I wanted to add the card into the collection because he's one of my favorite players of all time, and it's just a beautiful card. But like I said, from 2011 Topps, Cognac Diamond Anniversary, PSA Gem Mint 10 of Roy Halladay. Look at the shine on that card. Absolutely ridiculous. And from the 2011 Topps set, I think in maybe like 10, 15, 20 years, people are going to look back at that set as being one of the decade-defining sets in our hobby because of the Trout rookie and update. But to get this Doc, Hall of Famer, one of the best pitchers I've ever seen in my lifetime, had to get this into the collection. Just love that design. Great, great shine on this card. So for $35, I thought that was a pretty solid deal. Happy to add that into the collection. And then the last card that I purchased is from 2001 Topps Chrome. This is a PSA Gem Mint 10. And the one thing I'll say real briefly about this card is one of the things that really got me thinking, especially after the Kobe tragedy is being a basketball fan, being a diehard Sixers fan. You know, it felt I had to really reevaluate, you know, what I was doing with my basketball collection, because I did not have one single Kobe card in my collection. No Kobe rookies at all. And now I'm pretty much not going to be able to get the opportunity to get a nice example now that the prices have gone insane. And, you know, loved watching Kobe. Amazing player. One of the all-time greats. And to not have one of his cards when I've seen him play is just kind of crazy. So that really got me thinking to try to change up the way I collect basketball, because the way I collect basketball is I only pick up Sixers or anything that relates to the Philadelphia 76ers collection. I don't really go outside of that or try to add other players from other teams. So I'm definitely going to, you know, tweak that a lot and start trying to add rookie cards of basketball stars that I really enjoy watching. So the first one that came to mind to add to the collection was this guy, one of the most underrated players in my opinion, underappreciated, undervalued, Mr. Pau Gasol. So from 2001 Topps Chrome, Pau Gasol, PSA Gem Mint 10. Loved watching this guy play, was one of my favorite players, you know, from his era. Really solid. Had him on my fantasy basketball team pretty much every single year. This dude was a double-double machine. And he had a great bond with Kobe, won a championship with him, and was able to get this for $40. So was really pleased with the price I paid. And I think for sure he's a lock for the Hall of Fame. So wanted to add this into the collection. Really awesome Pau Gasol. Fantastic player. So that is all I got for you guys. I do have another video coming on up. Going to be showing off Ricky Russo's mystery pack. So you'll probably be seeing that after this. But that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching the video. I know I was a little random in here, but, you know, felt like going off the page a little bit. But that's all I got for you. Have a great one. Keep collecting, fellas. Baseball cards forever, I say. Ciao.